Hi, it's me again. Okay, today because the weather's a bit crap to be honest in the UK, if you'll watch this from any other country, you might know that today is the Queen's Jubilee, but honestly I'm not that bothered about it. Okay, so basically today what I'm going to do is cover makeup, more about concealing than anything else because I've had a slight breakout. Although generally my skin is actually behaving itself once, there's a few spots around the edge of the face and a bit of like redness around the nose, cheeks, that kind of stuff. So I'm just gonna try to cover that for you guys. Now I already have a base on. Is my MAC Tinted Moisturiser in light. This is brilliant for like summer makeup. This is £20, but I've had this for now nearly a year. I'm only about 2/3. Anyway, this is fantastic. Okay, so what I do have behind me on my bed is a few blushes, a bronzer, a powder, two powders actually, and some concealers. And I wanted to mention this. This 17 BB cream. This is like £6 now. That is a few pounds cheaper than the Garnier one. This is in the shade light as well, because as you can see I'm quite pale, and so I thought, hey, medium would not suit me well, but anyways. Okay, basically this has a bit more of a matte finish than the Garnier one. I do have both ones because I don't think I've seen that one, but anyway, my friend passed over the Garnier one to me because she found it was too dark for her because she's paler than I am, and it's okay with me. It's a little bit darker than I am, so obviously it's going to be darker than hers, but it's okay for me. But sometimes it can get a bit too shiny because it does appear to have a glowing finish. Yeah, glowing if you mean that on a really, really hot day you turn it into an oil slick. But yeah, this is much better if you have like really oily skin. But you can always pale this down, like put it together with a really, really pale foundation like the L'Oreal Infallible in Porcelain, which is the one I use to pale mine down. And other examples are MAC Face and Body White. There's the Yellowmasca Skin Base #1, which is practically white apparently, according to the Pixie Woo blog. But yeah, I do read their blog because I'm pretty much never in London, so I don't get Yellowmasca normally. Actually, I've never had it, but yeah, this is really good. And yeah, it's only for about £6, whereas the Garnier one is about £10. Okay, so I have my go-to concealer. This is the Rimmel Hide the Blemish Concealer. I have them in two shades: Ivory, which is #1, and Sand, which is #2. Now obviously Ivory is lighter than Sand, so Sand is good for when I catch the sun a bit, or yeah, basically. And I have caught the sun somehow a little, but I find that using a paler concealer is good if you want to hide like redder areas, for example around my nose or my cheeks down here. I know they probably can't see it from here, but that's because the light's there. Actually, I'll just, yeah, you can't really see everything then, but yeah. Anyway, there was a bit of redness around here, and I like to cover that up, so I'm just going to take the paler one. I'm actually quite near to the end of this, it's like that. But anyway, this is like £3. That's quite good. So basically what I do is just practically dab it on, so then get a bit of high payoff. You can probably see a bit of a white patch, but as I said, because of the light, so it might change it. I'm just going to take it under my eyes. Around my nose. Just dabbing it, not swiping it. Which is not why I did that. And on the others, just pulling it down. And over this spot I have here, which is quite lumpy. And one right back here, which is really annoying because it's like really bumpy. Yeah, I hate those kind of spots. Okay, that's what I'm going to do for now. And I'm just going to take my ring finger and just blend it out. Obviously you don't need to do it in tiny intricate circles. Sometimes you can just pat it on if you want high coverage, and then just blend out the edges. Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm just swapping it across so it's a bit even and just blend out the edges. What's going on here? Yes, I am thinking of that song now. It's my own fault. So, today whilst I was in Abingdon, I met James May. If you don't know who he is, he's a presenter on Top Gear, which is a clever driving show in the UK. And when I was younger, I used to be absolutely car obsessive. Sorry, I'm really... oh. It's too hot! Okay, and just gonna take the... now a dark one for the ones around the edges. Now, sand is a bit pinker than ivory. I'm just gonna take it over the edges, otherwise it kind of contrasts and it doesn't look all that good. Now I have a spot right just above my brow. That's probably where I pulled the tweezer a bit too hard. Because as you can probably see, I do plot my brows. Because I'm a bit of a brow obsessive. Anyone who I tell I'm a beauty junkie to, they know I'm an eyebrow and a cheekbone obsessive. Also around the jawline as well. Basically because I'm a massive fan of Benedict Cumberbatch. So I'm just going to take out some pigmentation in my cheeks. And just blend out with my middle finger this time. So basically I'm just creating a blank canvas for all the other makeup to go onto. Now I don't think I'm going to do a full look because otherwise I'll go over time. Then I have to trim it, which I've actually no idea how to do. So I'm just going to do a couple of basics. Now obviously you don't want to turn into a cover of really pale robot looking, if that makes any sense. And then just after that, just if you want to, I mean it's completely your choice, you can just go over where you think there should be less colour of, well, kind of less redness, less pigmentation. So you see, when I have the time, I do like ages on concealing. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my Eclair Mineral pressed powder from Bourjois. This is really good. This has a bit of colour to it, so it's not like you're completely paying yourself out. This is in number 2 Vanille. I think this is the palette shade that they have. See, there's a little mirror there. Hello. Oh god, it goes in that. As you can see, I've used this bit up quite well. But the pan does come out. Hasn't come out this time, somehow it's behaving itself. Okay, I'm just going to take my normal stippling brush. I'm just going to swipe it around in there. And just go over gently where I've concealed. So it's pretty much over most of the face. Now usually, the effect of this powder isn't too cakey, but this is pretty much the only powder I've ever tried. So if you have any recommendations for pressed powder, please put them ahead, because I'm not so tempted by like high street powders, because there's either the chance that they'll be like really cakey or just something not that good. And then with the high end products like the Makeup Forever pressed powder, there's not a Makeup Forever branch in Oxford where I live, and so I'm a bit less tempted to try it. And also, Makeup Forever is quite expensive, so I don't really want to waste. I don't really want to spend money on a powder only to find out that it doesn't work. But to be honest, sometimes I do like a bit of a glowing finish to my makeup, but that's probably more for like prom. Speaking of which, my prom is now in under a month. I'm really excited. I have my prom outfit sorted and everything. I got the shoes yesterday. TK Maxx is awesome for that. I'm not going to use that loose powder. It's crap. Okay, now what else is there? Okay, I suppose I can add a bit of a glow to it. Just going to wipe off the excess product with my hands. It's not too cakey, I don't think. Well, this isn't exactly an HD camera, it's my iPod. But it has a straight upload link to YouTube, so that's why I use it. Okay, so I'm just going to take the Body Shop Radiant Highlighter. This is in a tube, and it's like a liquid. It's really good. And it is good depending on how much you use and the kind of temperature, all that stuff. But there's loads in here. There's like, doesn't say. Okay, so I'm just going to put some onto the back of my hand. So it looks like a really shimmery slug or something like that. I'm just going to take my ring finger, I think. So I'm just going to look into the mirror. I'm just going to blend it over my cheekbone. Because I love a defined cheekbone. Yes, I know that everybody wants a shimmery forehead, but I just like a bit of a glow to it, not so much a shimmer. So there we go. And you can even put a bit onto the brow bone, which is this really hard part here, obviously because it's bone. So just gonna blend it in, because this finger pretty much fits perfectly under the brow. Now, I remember that perhaps a month ago when I last wore this, it kind of flaked off. I'm just going to put a little bit onto the bridge of my nose. Just this bit here, with the bridge between the two eyes, if that's the way to remember it. I'm just going to take it a little bit onto the cupid's bow of my lip, which is this bit here. And obviously you don't have to leave it like that because it looks like a moustache. Then just blend it out. And quite literally blot it because you don't want it too shimmery. So it gives the impression of a fuller lip, which is always good. Now, I have quite a bit there. I'm just going to blend it out. Take it onto my fingers, just rub it in. So just quite literally make your skin a bit more glowy. Now obviously a higher end version of this is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector, but I only know this stuff because I watched loads and loads of YouTube videos. Literally loads. This is quite nice, I think. It's okay, you know. Not too bad. Now I only have about 30 seconds. So just a quick lipstick. This is the number 7 Poppy King collection in Allure. 20 seconds. Just blend out because I only have 10 seconds. Done. 5, 4, 3,